Another chat session. Joseph Langley. Yeah, he's typing. Hey, did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Yeah, don't remind me. You know I have a history with that place. I don't think she did it. She mentions the bus. She mentions she was just there. Already fucking me up enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Exactly. Too many bad memories, and now I was there just minutes before that happened. See? She was catching the bus. She always catches that bus. Meaning her presence there before the bombing could be coincidence after all. Exactly. I'll reserve my thoughts. So I should never have gone to that damn protest. Darling, you don't need to justify yourself to anybody. Especially not to me. I was so happy when Goldfeld accepted me into thought. I definitely wanted to go to prove my worth for the cause. Think of it this way: if you'd gone to the protest, then you would never have been wrongfully indicted, and then we'd never have met. Called terrorist and all that. Yeah, I would not have been called terrorist. You're not a terrorist, okay? Ain't I? You sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Ka-ching. Oh, what was his name? What was that supposed to be? What was that supposed to be? My credit card and cash register, something like that, I guess. I hope you like Chateau Margaux. Oh, that's a lovely wine. I'll go back. Great, so you decided to bankrupt me. Well, it's expensive wine, apparently. Yes, sir. Always ready to pull money out of the innocent pockets. I should not be able to read this. This is wrong. This is truly wrong. Anyway, I love wine. Anyway, I got the good stuff. Now I'm headed to my handsome boyfriend Joseph for dinner. Here's the thing. I've got an important appointment tonight. It's surprisingly out of schedule and I can't postpone it. You got to be kidding me. I'm very sorry, darling. We'll see each other tomorrow. You always have an appointment. Exclamation mark 1. Appointment here, appointment there, appointment fucking everywhere. Every fucking where. How you constantly do this to me? Darling, Peaches can't. Oh, she's got a bit of a temper. How are you taking a Metherin? Okay. No, that's not something that I want to take across. I'm sorry, that is not. The fact she's depressed is, or maybe bipolar, is not relevant to the investigation. It's the only thing that matters to you that I'm fucking happy pills all day. Darling, please know like that you know it. Just keep my mouth shut whenever you leave me hanging. If I don't show up to this client, I risk losing a very important client. Fine, you don't understand that. Don't you understand that? Oh no, I totally understand. You don't risk losing that very important client of yours now. Cassie, don't be like that. I get it. I'm not important anymore. Oh, come on. Oh, God. Oh, going home now in case I'm getting up on that priority list of yours anytime soon. Please. Okay, so that's this. I'm disabling that. That's not important. And no bearing on the fact that she did stuff. This is so 1984. Is this whole story based on 1984? Because what was his name? Basically Trotsky. Although that was the different Orwell book. Goldstein. Was it Goldstein? Or am I thinking Anthony Goldstein from Harry Potter? Goldstein, who wrote the book about Big Brother and how Big Brother was bad and how Winston Smith got kind of... People should read 1984, by the way. Very important book. Very good book. Got kind of tricked into joining a protest group that was actually run by Big Brother to work out who was who. So they're in Thought. I would put a capital letter there. And Goldfeld attributes called Thought. Interesting. Maybe this is what influenced her. And who is Goldfeld? We should find something that shows her current attitude and see if we're following the right person. I don't think we are. You know what? She was just catching a bus from a place she always catches a bus from that happened to blow up. And the fact that she's on Metherin means nothing. What do you have now? Overview. The Thought. The thoughts are free. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. George Orwell. Hello, George. Oh, this is so that book. I can't remember what the book's called. It's a whole chapter in 1984. It's an excerpt from the book that Goldstein wrote. if that's what I remember his name correctly to be. Freedom is Unfree. Published in 2061 by Catharsis. So Cassie writes for this. It's cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. Is it just me, or is that a little bit, I don't know, ironic? It is, very panopticon stuff. You probably all know me as either that bluehead punk bitch, stupid cunt, or anti-government terrorist. These are only some of the names I've been called during the criminal investigation against me. That was just because in the middle of the chaos, someone believed to have seen me hurt a police officer. It never even occurred to anyone that it wasn't me. Blue hair means terrorist, apparently. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We've always been against violence. Okay. One would assume that in an age where there are cams everywhere, it should be easy to prove whether I was at all involved or not. But it wasn't. It took weeks of investigative custody, all did. Detention without trial sounds horrendous, to figure out that the cam footage was actually not clearly showing anything at all. It raises the question, why are there so many cams in the first place? Or does it really matter when they don't actually catch anything? The answer is intimidation only. You keep calm, quiet and careful when the camera's around. That's the whole panopticon effect. Jeremy Bentham, late 18th century, wrote or kind of came up with the panopticon. Jeremy Bentham, the famous utilitarianist, who is embalmed at the entrance to one of the universities or colleges in London. Can't remember which one. The idea was we designed a prison where it was basically an architectural design of a prison where it was round, or at least ish, where the cells were on the edge, had big windows at the back, and in the middle was a tower with viewing rooms that were covered in mesh or something, or blinds, so that the people in the middle could see everybody around, but the prisoners in the cells couldn't see who was in the middle. So the idea was to have a perfect prison. You need to watch people 24/7. But with the way it was designed, the prisoners couldn't see if people were watching them. So the idea is that they could be watched at any point, so they modify their behaviours accordingly, because they have to assume that at all times they're being watched, and so can't do stuff. And big windows and stuff, so that they could easily be seen at all times. The prison was never built. I think it was designed to go where Newgate was. I might be getting that wrong. Newgate was the famous London prison. It doesn't exist anymore. Pretty horrible place. But that was the whole panopticon idea, that you always could be watched. And that's the same with CCTV and surveillance and the Investigative Powers Bill with internet connection records, where the police have access to every single website you visited, which is actually going to happen. So I'm guessing a lot of people are just going to... I use VPN, so I'm sure somebody will code or make some sort of program which constantly cycles between viewing websites. So the data that is about you is just ridiculously... It's just everything. It's too big that it can't be of any use to anyone. Sounds like a good idea, actually. So the idea is, if you can always be watched, then you modify your behaviour, and you're not who you want to be or who you are, because you're scared about the consequences of being yourself. It's the same. Early this week, there was reports in the news about Admiral car insurance using Facebook data to price insurance quotes for young people. And the idea is that everything you've lived, if people live online nowadays, you can't escape that. It's there forever, and now it could be used to give you a more expensive or cheaper car insurance quote. So you stop using social media for what it is supposed to. You stop being yourself online because that means you pay more later, which seems completely wrong. But that's the world in which you're moving into, and it's quite scary, to be honest. But that's, panopticism, or that. So that's obviously bad, and this is This is what they're suggesting the cameras are for. Intimidation only. You keep calm, careful when the camera's around. Or you fear there are cameras where you cannot see. Exactly. You assume that everywhere is being surveilled because Theresa May wants it that way, and you kind of you do nothing. You don't live as you want to because you conform to what you think the people want you to be. So you don't have blue hair. I don't like blue hair. I think it looks terrible on most people. But you don't have blue hair. You don't become an artist. You don't think different things because that's dangerous. When found this blog years ago, Abraham predicted pretty much this for all the web. That's our real lives too. We now have brought to the Freedom Memorial since we were kids at school. We were told lavish tales about the founders of the nation, told to show national pride, very fascist. And I know what you're thinking now. This thing is damn ugly. What is a donut even? The Let Freedom Ring? Oh dear. But the statement should be ridiculously enormous. Heaps of stone should be clear. In the middle of the capital there's a symbol of freedom. Comprehensive symbolism for everybody, isn't it? With the cameras there, it's now the plaza of unfreedom, if anything at all. Indeed. I'm agreeing with her. Should we go actually the right way? Error 403, forbidden the article private. Due to the privacy settings on this blog, archived articles are only available for direct links, not from the front page. Sorry, asking admin of the blog to provide you with a direct link. Okay, so I can read this one, and then I have to go peaceful protests. Has an adverse attitude toward violence. Let's see if that goes anywhere else. So this is Are Thoughts Still Free by Goldfelds. I propose to consider the question, are our thoughts still free? While this might seem to be a surprising question in our current world of ever-growing digital surveillance, freedom of thought is no longer self-evident. This is very panopticon. There's a German folk song called The Thoughts Are Free. It goes like this. Ooh. This would suggest that the bomb was done by thought. Goes like this. Thoughts are free, and who can guess them? They fly by like nocturnal shadows. No man can know them. No hunter can shoot them. With power and lead, thoughts are free. With powder and lead, thoughts are free. So this is talking about violence. I think what I want and what delights me, still always reticent, and as it is suitable, my wish and desire, no one can deny me, and so it will always be, thoughts are free. And if I am thrown into the darkest dungeon, all these are futile works, because my thoughts tear all gates and walls apart, thoughts are free. When I was still young, long before I immigrated to the nation in 1993, dirty foreigner, I believe this to be a truth, that there are no borders for thought and no rules for what is or is not allowed to be thought. Well, yeah. That was not because I thought people should be so tolerant, not at all. Instead, I simply held it dear that nobody except for ourselves really knows what's going on in our heads until we choose to reveal it. Indeed. But big data analysis, machine learning, AI analysis of Facebook and Twitter and everything can kind of apparently, supposedly, come up with a fairly decent decent idea of what we are thinking. Yesterday a question crossed my mind: if the increasing interconnectedness of humans by advanced technology, this is what I just said, God, I think I should be writing these things, serves more and more as a collective memory and brain of our society, and there is an institution that is capable of monitoring every bitstream of it, how can thought still be free? Is it not likely that we will communicate only under great mental reservation to hold on to our knowledge, which means as a final consequence we will stop thinking? This is the whole panopticon thing. We modify behaviour, stop being who we are, because people are watching and can understand it. When I think of the increasing aggressive operations of the surveillance machinery in the nation, I truly fear the answer to this question. That is why I created this blog. I want to encourage alternatives to the total control and safety bigotry of the digital world. Yours sincerely, Abraham Goldfelds. Indeed. I agree with him totally. Hey Goldfeld, interesting name by the way. Just stumbled upon your new blog and that's some truth you tell here. The web was born in the sense of the ultimate freedom to be who you want to be, express yourself, wasn't it? And then Facebook came along. Now the government has come to threaten this with real name policies and shit. Save your IP so they can look up. Save your IP so they can look up who you are, so you don't say anything wrong, possibly, about the time someone did something, where if you didn't have one follower, you've just gained one. Find somebody here at all. I thought nobody would very ever find this blog. Thank you very much. Blah blah blah. Hello admin. I like your things too. Could you one, but now even more. To get a service on search engines, automated. Okay. Yeah. SEO. Great. He's trying to sell his services. Goldfells, Articles 5. Registered since March 2012. Last login December 2016. Contact. So you're not done anything for a while. Now if I go here, there was another one. That's the same one. So we can only get to Catharsis. The same thing she's written. September 2016. Contact Cassie. Can I? Ah, that's Utel. Again, so we've already got that. Yeah. They wanted it to be non-violent. Huh, if you think this is an actual act, we might be barking up the wrong tree after all. I think she's a non-violent. Alright, we found this guy's all good and interesting, but I think we should be searching for something a little more concrete. Have to dig deeper. Listener again. Who's she talking to now? Juliet Carrington. Who's Juliet Carrington? Hey Cassie. Hi Jules. Cassie, I just wanted to know. Did you blow up Freedom Pasta? Your post on timelines about this assault. You really shouldn't write something like that. Really, Jules, you're going to preach to me about this stupid post, are you? No. I just want to know what's wrong, Cassie. You really shouldn't. It's nothing. Just between the two of us. I just had to let off steam, you know. It's because of what happened, isn't it? Yeah, and lots of other shit today. The bombing stirred up all this crap again. Oh, she's posting on timelines. She didn't watch that. Read that. You know, what I did. What happened there wasn't your fault. What did she do? Cassie, you hurt that officer to save me, and you succeeded. You mustn't forget about that. That was so brave. How can it not be? I smashed the freaking skull of her father too, because I lost it. Fuck. You know what happened if you don't? You know what would happen if you hadn't stopped him? And this is why you should really remove that post. I feel like an arsehole, the worst kind of arsehole. I might be free, but not rightly so. I'm not innocent. Oh, Cassie knows he's innocent. You have to let it go. Holy shit, did I get that wrong? Detected from a police officer by Cassandra Watergate. Guilt was in rage. Was she rage? But she might be, oh. What? Where did that come from now? This is perfect. We can arrest her again. Arrest her and open the investigation. Oh, because we've secretly read... Wow, that's not fair. That's not right. However, we probably won't be able to hold her for long if it really happened in defence of this Juliet. Torture myself with the whimsies. Very good work. The intervention team is already on its way. Oh no, the intervention team. Oh, I feel bad. This is terrible. In Miss Watergate's case, if it's not a problem to get her address with the help of local police due to her former record. Cassandra's timeline. What she just posted? Ha! Finally someone who had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. There are thousands of cameras pointing to target and the big bang still happens. I haven't laughed like this for ages. What now, Miss Delacroix? What not? Really? Cassie? You laugh at people being killed? Are you out of your mind? Yeah. I think, she was just a bit pissed. Juliet Carrington. Just now. I thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take down the post. Yeah, you should. But it's too late now. You'll be better, believe me. Wait a second, somebody's at the door. Be right back. Oh no, they're there already. Okay, I'll wait. Oh, this is just wrong. So wrong. By the way, how's your boyfriend? You're still together? You haven't been talking about him all much lately. Well, not as much as before. Well, they're a bit... I don't think she's coming back. Hello? Yeah, we've got her now. This private group of people. Are you still there? No. Can I type? Cassie? Cassie! I'll inquire if it went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Although no proof she's involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. But if we don't get clear evidence she was involved in the assault, she will not stay there for long. We don't have enough against her to charge and hold her. Okay, I just received confirmation now in custody. Very good work. I'm curious about this thought group though. Whether they... Oh god. Oh no. Take a look at the news. Okay. 2 days after another bomb. Where is this? Stedigan University campus. Study with future. Catch yesterday's assault. These 2 people dead, 3 injured. This is horrible. 2 dead, similar approach, same letter found, so these assaults are connected. Indeed. Said enough already. Miss Watergate was in custody at the time, so that's her out of the picture. At least for this attack. This complicates matters massively, so much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superiors, see how we proceed, extenuating circumstances. Do good day, log off, and get some rest. By clicking the button on the top right of the desktop, try and get some sleep. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be trying at best. Okay, this is obviously the first episode, the clock strike 13, done. It ends with half an hour ago. An explosion occurred in the campus of Bonton University. According to the latest reports, at least 2 people were killed, with a further 3 injured severely. The area was evacuated immediately. According to yet unconfirmed statement, City Administration Officer Bonton received an anonymous letter just minutes of that same thing that Abraham Goldfell, the song. Okay. So, Cassandra Watergate is somebody who was, I want to say radicalized by the Thought group. The Thought Police, the Thought. She's the user of Catharsis and Goldfells, and gets 2 entries, but that's it. She's invited to an activist group by Harrison O'Donnell. Oh yes, he's another member. Formerly junior CEO of Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Lack of evidence. But she did do it. She did do it, but to save somebody. Adverse attitude towards violence. Opposes the government vehemently. Interest in art, music and activism. Profile. English police officer to protect Juliet Carrington. Catches the bus every day. Alias suggested to her by Juliet Carrington. Catharsis, which is what she writes in The Thought. She has that account and contacts Goldfells, co-member of Thought, member of Thought, Mary Bly's her best friend. Having a little bit of altercation with her at the moment, but there we go, that happens. In contact with Juliet Carrington, Joseph Lang is a lawyer, and she has a mother and a father, Bruno and Alice. Anyway, that was episode 1, The Clock Strike 13. And thank you very much for watching. Come back next time for episode 2. I love this game. It's making me quite angry. It's very now, isn't it? It's a critique of what's going on with the world, I hope. I hope we find that it ends up all going wrong. It's a critique of panopticon ideals, that the 1984, total surveillance, Big Brother, etc, etc, etc. And just maybe that Theresa May is an utter cockwomble. So yes, thank you for watching, and come back next time, and goodbye.